What's up everyone, John from ARTV. It's time for another episode of my series, Dear John. Dear John is where I take a detailed question from you guys and I answer it in video form because not just everything can be answered in a reply to a comment, a tweet, a Facebook post, whatever it might be. Today, I'm actually going to be taking a look at a collection of things that you guys have asked me, and due to some recent events and things that have just been going on for years, a lot of people ask me, what do you think about fandoms? What do you think about STANS? What do you think about the hardcore crazy fans, and exactly what are STANS? So we're going to be talking about that in the video today. We're going to be answering this, question, and it's one that I think I myself have had as well, so I wanted to answer it in this series. I do hope you guys enjoy it. Please leave a like on the video, and keep in mind, I'm only talking about the insane crazies, not just the hardcore passionate fans, but the ones that actually resort to verbal abuse, essentially, and just attacking people because people don't agree with them. So without further ado, let's get into this. There's a term that I have come to learn in recent years, and at this point, I feel like I know it all too well. Especially in the world of music, these so-called stans have taken the music world by storm, spilling tea everywhere in the process. To be honest, stan is still a word that I physically cringe at sometimes when I hear it, just because it reminds me of a flood of memories. Everything from Tumblr to Eminem. Obviously Eminem because he's got the song called Stan. By definition, stans are the online superfans that will be ready to throw down, in an online sense of course, if you ever say anything remotely negative about the artist or band that they're stanning. Stanning, who? Hate saying that one too. If you're younger, you're probably familiar with the culture and atmosphere that goes along with being a stan or else in a fandom. To be honest, it's a toxic, horrible place for kids to go. It's not a place of positivity. It actually teaches them to burn each other at the stake, burn each other to the ground for having differences of opinions and dislikes contrary maybe to what the other person is standing. I worry because in recent years, it has truly gotten out of hand. What originally may have been a simple, oh, I just wish you would really stop talking badly about Brendan Urie 5 years ago, has now turned into a fuck you slut, Brendan is a god, I'm here to sip tea and he's here to make music and make all of the best. I mean, and then they yell king, and that's just terrifying. You see that all over Twitter, Tumblr, wherever you go. They're lurking. Young girls in particular are actively involved in these online communities and seem to travel in packs these days, which, again, kind of scary, and they go about attacking one individual at a time, lashing out at them, banding together, sending a slew of hate someone's way for somebody saying potentially bad things about someone that is one of their faves. Once they're done harassing that person and get bored, they go back to Tumblr or Twitter and they search up, for example, Mariah Carey, and they have to see who's maybe saying something negative about her, and then they just go all out and wage war on the next person. What I'm getting at here is that there's a severe lack of moderation and parenting that goes into these kids that are out of control. Think about the toll it would take on your mental health. Try to think back to being younger if you are an older person, and start to think, if you like a band, and then you make an account to loving them and posting about them, and then you realize that to fit in, you have to relentlessly attack other people that don't like said band, and you start to think the way that they do, and other people shape you and then will attack you if you maybe don't join in and stick up for the person in question. They'll continue to hold down the fort, attacking and defending wherever they see fit, as if the band or artists can't stand up for themselves if they need to. The simple fact is that unmonitored online standing leads to bullying, which leads to even more issues because, of course, how do you pin down somebody that's anonymous? Generally with these fan accounts, it's somebody that has an image or a profile picture of maybe a band or the lead singer or an artist, obviously, and it's the internet. How are we going to track down this person? They generally maybe even only give a first name, and then who knows if that's even true. Rarely do they put their actual identity out there, and they hide behind these avatars, whatever it might be, and they're anonymous. So how are you going to find them if you need to track somebody down that's been bullying someone? It's not like the old days at school where you can know that Timmy was picking on Billy. Imagine being a young kid that loves a band but finally decided to write a post, say for example, about the bassist of a band because they didn't like the way that they've been acting and treating fans as of late, and then in turn getting crucified with so many hate comments the second it goes up. A sea of comments spew out words like choke, I hope you die, kill yourself. What exactly is this telling telling kids, obviously you just read it right there. They think that, oh, I spoke my mind, so I have an opinion, and therefore I'm a bad person. It teaches them to, one, either be super depressed, or else two, they're gonna fall in line with the hatred. If you're a young person and you're watching this, I hate to get preachy, but seriously, your words can affect people. Not me, but people who are younger, and even some people who are older. Not everybody perceives things the same way. Not everybody can just brush it off and say, oh, it was just a comment, you know, like I was just in the heat of the moment. People read these things and they take them to heart. So just because it's not said out loud, it doesn't mean that the weight of the word that you type doesn't slam the person like a ton of bricks. I can honestly say I'm pretty much immune to all of the things that the fandoms throw at me. Sure, they will lie about me, sure, they will exaggerate and twist the things that I say, and they will see only the negative things that I say about a band or artist and none of the positive whatsoever. In fact, I find it a bit funny at this point. I mean, not that, you know, defamation and that sort of thing is hilarious, but twisting words, that sort of thing to try to get what they want or how they think that they want to see me, it's fine. I've accepted it at this point, and I know that it's not going to go away. But somebody who's new, somebody who is just putting themselves out there for the first time, maybe. You just started a blog, maybe you just started a YouTube channel, and you put up your first video, you get a ton of hate comments for expressing your opinion. Don't stop. There will be more level-headed, rational people that will come your way over time if you keep consistently being honest. In fact, I think that most of the time, people want to see people being honest, but at the same time, there's also people who just watch videos to have their opinions validated. We all have our opinions, and I don't think that we should have to keep them to ourselves. Obviously, if you, especially about art, whether it be music, movies, TV shows, whatever, express your opinion, put yourself out there, and say what you genuinely feel. Because, say you watch Westworld and you say it's the best thing ever, but you don't really mean that, you just see other critics saying that it's great, then that's not genuine. Or you love After Laughter by Paramore. That's something that's more relatable to this channel. But you don't actually love it. You liked a couple of songs and you give it a 5 out of 5 just because you know a lot of people liked it. That's disingenuous, and I think that over time people will see through that. And I think that even if you're just trying to please the fans, the hardcore stans, whatever, then it can get a little bit out of control, and then you play this weird mental game of, do I actually like this, or am I saying that I like it to please people? Be yourself, put yourself out there, and eventually, like I said, more people will come, not just the crazies. The crazy stans and fans can sometimes almost ruin the experience of the music, and that's what you're originally supposed to be there for in the first place, because you love the music. So maybe don't focus so much on the band members and that aspect of their personal lives and that sort of thing, especially with everything that's been going on as of late, all the allegations and stuff. You know, maybe just focus on the music. Don't get too attached to that. And then instead of having memories associated with Brendan Urie or Hayley Williams or whoever else, you'll have a song that's associated with a certain time and place. I think that's the best way to do it. Put the music first and the musicians second. Don't worry about breaking their heart if you don't like a song. Don't lie to yourself and force yourself to try and love something just because it's the new song from insert band here. To sum it up, of course, it's no surprise that I say that stans are extremely toxic for the most part. There's friendly ones out there, but still, I don't like the whole idea of it. It's just a little bit creepy to me. I mean, just say that you're a fan or a big fan. I think when you take it to that next level, it sometimes gets a bit intrusive, even if you don't mean to. So don't take it as an attack if you do stan someone. Take it as a, there's boundaries, and sometimes there's things that we don't need to cross, especially with people's personal information and that sort of thing, and just attacking others for having an opinion. It's all just my point of view, guys, so I'd be interested to know what you think. Let me know in the comments section down below. Please leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Other than that, let's go to the outro. If you're able to support me on Patreon, it's this annotation in the corner of the screen right there. If you would like to see the last episode of Dear John, tap right here, or another recent video I did on the channel right over here. All of my socials are found in the description down below. Other than that, I'll see you very soon right here on ARTV.